My name's Kevin Jin, I'm 23 years old and I'm from Sydney. When I was a kid, I really wanted to be a comedian, but I am also studying psychology and I would also like to be a clinical psychologist, possibly. I started doing comedy around 4 years ago. My mum literally texted me an hour ago saying that I should call her more. That's how my mum feels about my comedy career. I'll show her clips of myself doing stand-up and then she'll be like, oh, I didn't understand what you were saying, but the crowd seemed to like you. Don't quit uni.
From Sydney, it's Kevin Jin!
I have a foot-long rat tail. Because I want to have a social life on hard mode. And I hate being able to date. My mum actually gave me some dating advice. She said, Kevin, if a girl ever likes you, she's wrong. Which is very mean, but also very silly, because I'm not going to take dating advice from a virgin. Like, I don't mean to brag, but I've actually taken several women out for a night in the city, you know, get a nice dinner in Chinatown, or as I like to call it, town. At the end of the night, I'll be like, oh, hey, I had a really good time. Just want to be clear, was this a date? And sometimes I'll say, oh, I just want to be friends. And that's cool, but sometimes I'll make it weird. They'll be like, oh, I just want to be friends. Also, I don't date Asians. It's not exactly constructive criticism. Like, if anything, this is a genetic condition. But it's all right, though. I've got a really good comeback. They'll be like, oh, don't date Asians. And I'll be like, you know what? That's totally cool. It's totally fine. I don't date racists. Thank you, thank you. Is anyone here racist? One time it was especially confronting because she was Asian. There's a lot to unpack there. Joke's on her, though, because I actually don't date anyone. So I'm the real winner. Yeah. Has anyone here been in an interracial relationship before? Anyone here? Yeah, cool, thank you. Back me on this, right? But I feel that one of the most difficult things about interracial dating that a lot of people aren't comfortable talking about, except me, because I'm a hero. Right, like, would you say, this is true of your experience, the hardest thing about interracial dating is that it's very, very, very difficult to do incest roleplay. Thank you. I study at university part-time because I always really want a bit of a break. An Asian kid studying part-time is the equivalent of a white kid backpacking around Europe for a year. Playing video games until 3 a.m. My Amsterdam. Yeah. I was studying race and gender philosophy last year because I'm fucking woke. And in class, we were talking about whiteness, and I was like, what do we mean when we say whiteness? Mediterranean Australians, you know, Greeks and Italians, 20, 30 years ago, wouldn't have been considered white, but are now today, and this is still a comedy show. And essentially what I asked was, hey, like, what about wogs? Where do wogs fit on the spectrum? And this one girl, let's call her Rachel, she goes, I'd really feel more comfortable if you didn't use that word. And I was like, oh, I get where you're coming from, you know, that word did used to be a slur, but I'm from Western Sydney, obviously. Like, the word has been reclaimed. I grew up in a very multicultural area. I've never met anyone offended by that word. And then the argument got a bit tense, and this lecturer stepped in and cut us off and moved us on. Cut to a week later, and my friend was at a house party. And at this house party was Rachel going on a big rant about some fucking racist in her philosophy class. And Rachel was finishing her giant rant. Her real name's
And she was saying, just because you're some Vietnamese guy from Cabramatta doesn't make it okay to say that. Problem. I am a Chinese guy from Riverwood. Have you ever been so offended at someone not being racist that you became racist? And the most fucked up thing of all is that a week after that, she and I went on a date. I'll leave you guys with an impression. You guys have been a lot of fun. I'll leave you guys with an impression. I haven't got the voice down 100%, still working on it. But this is an impression of my father. My father.
Give it all one more time for Kevin!
My heart's going a million miles an hour. I can feel it. Of all the things I've done, it was one of them. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. The crowd was really, really nice. I'm really, really thankful for this opportunity. I want to thank my mum. I'm sorry I don't call more.